What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So the finals of the men's open bodybuilding for this year's Arnold, that just concluded. And what a session we just had. Now, this is a two-man show as predicted. And both these guys, Derek and Samson, they were going absolutely insane on the stage. They had so much energy. And this is what you call bringing the house down. So we had another two-man call-out of Andrew Jack versus Brendan for that third spot. And that wasn't the call out that Andrew Jack would have won it, because he came into this show aiming to win this entire thing. But as of right now, it seems like he's gonna be clear cut in that third place. But a huge shout out to Brendan Carey. Huge congratulations. What a superb way to redeem yourself, especially after placing ninth at the Olympia last year, which was his lowest ever placing since 2016. So the change in his coach, that did work out very well for Brendan. And as much as Andrew improved from the Olympia last year, he will be kind of disappointed with the results tonight. Now let's take a look at the top two, Samson versus Derek. The battle that all the bodybuilding fans wanted to see after the Olympia last year. So the judges really tested both these guys during this session. So these two guys had to go through 3 straight rounds of hitting all the mandatories. And it did show that both these guys, they spent hours and hours practicing posing during this entire Arnold prep, because they were both so fired up and none of them struggled even a little bit hitting all those shots. But I believe the more rounds tonight gave more of an edge to your reigning Miss Olympia Samson Dawood, because by the end of that final round, it kind of seemed like that Derek was the one who was fading just a bit. And the thing is, this was such a close show, and the judges, I think, were looking for something that's gonna separate both these guys, because they have to pick a winner. And this was as close of a contest as it could have been. Samson Dauda had this unbelievable size that is truly unmatched, but Derek had better condition from the side as well as from the back. So it is gonna be a coin toss, and this contest surely will be remembered as one of the closest battle that we have seen in the recent past, and total opposite of what most of the people thought, that Samson Dauda as the reigning Miss Olympia, he's just gonna walk all over the competition, and this is gonna be a slam dunk. He really had to fight super hard to make a case for him winning this thing, and the man undoubtedly came back a lot harder and drier than yesterday. Now it is most probably gonna be a 1-point victory at the Arnold tonight, with Derek probably winning the prejudging and Samson winning the finals. But that is just my assessment. No matter the results of this show, Derek is looking at a win-win situation, because he was disrespected a lot and counted out by many experts out there after the Olympia last year. So there were some moments on the stage where both these guys, they pointed out each other's weaknesses, like Samson looking at Derek's squats and then looking at his, pointing out to the judges that his squats are way better than Derek, and Derek returned the favor by pointing out more detail in the side leg, which Samson lacked after hitting the side chest. Now it was a great showing by both these guys. And this is exactly what all of us bodybuilding fans wanted to see, a very close contest. So the judges have Akeem Williams and William Bonac fighting for that 5th spot, with Sean Carida and James Hollingshead in number 7th and 8th. Now Sean Carida came into this show saying that he's gonna place top 4, and although he looks very awesome, great, all by himself, he's just giving away too much size. And I have got to say, in order for him to place top 5 in this kind of lineup, he needs all these other guys placing ahead of him to come in off. That is next to impossible. Now this will surely be a very disappointing showing for a guy like Carlos Thomas Jr., who is gonna be 9th at best. The potential is there, but he needs to get more refined. He needs more muscle maturity, more thickness, more depth, and he has to be very careful about handling the media and what kind of statements he gives out. So I think people are more disappointed with him because of the self-hype and all the things that he said about getting a comparison with the former Miss Olympia Derek Lunsford, and that he's gonna compare extremely well against Derek. So what did you guys think? Who takes the final? Samson Dauda or Derek Lunsford? So the results of this year's Arnold just got announced, and I have got to say, boy oh boy, what just happened? Derek Lunsford just rewrote history after a disappointing 3rd place in his first ever title defense last year at the Olympia. And the man just beat the winning Miss Olympia, Samson Dauda. So this will go down as one of the greatest comebacks in the bodybuilding history ever.
That second place award to your runner-up, Samson.
Because the thing is, nobody had actually Derek winning this thing before the show. And those guys who actually follow me, they must know that I kept on mentioning this. That people are just counting him out too much. They are sleeping on a guy who is just 31 years old, who just won the Olympia in 2023. And man oh man, you have to put some respect on Chris Aceto's name here. One of the greatest, if not the greatest bodybuilding guru of all time. Now we're gonna make a separate video on how things looked so different on Derek's physique with Chris Aceto's prep compared to Honey Rampart's prep. But this is freaking insane. Now it was a very bold move by Samson Dauda to put himself out there after winning the Olympia last year and doing this year's Arnold. And you have got to give him the respect for doing this show and putting himself out on the limb. But that being said, the man is gonna be kind of in a tricky spot after today. Because the reigning Miss Olympia, he has never lost to anyone except Ronnie Coleman, losing to Gunther Schulkamp in 2002. And I am talking about a show other than the Olympia. And the fact is, we have seen so many times that the reigning Miss Olympia, he never does any other show other than the Olympia. So this makes the upcoming Miss Olympia 2025 the most exciting and probably one of the most unpredictable Miss Olympias of all time. Now that being said, Samson Dauda lost here because he left the door open, especially at the prejudging. It's as simple as that. He was better tonight, but not enough to cover the ground. So Andrew Jack finished third, which was pretty much expected. And Brendan Curry, he had an awesome comeback, as he was able to place top 4, and he was able to beat William Bonac, who beat him at the Olympia last year. So Brendan also must be a very happy man tonight. Now William Bonac in 5th, who had to fight his way to earn this spot, versus Akeem Williams, who by the way also looked so incredible. So those are your Arnold top 6. So I think we can all agree on the placings, starting from 3rd to 6th. But what are your thoughts on Derek winning over Samson Dauda? The crowd too had a mixed reaction to the announcement of Samson Dauda getting 2nd. And where does Samson Dauda go from here? So do let me know what are your thoughts in the comments below, as this was one hell of a ride throughout this year's Arnold, and I have got to say the show lived up to its hype. So Hosstile just dropped some Sherpa-lined zip-up hoodies and force hooded jackets. So do check them out and use the code Fazi10 to get 10% extra discount. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.